he feels that NATO is right up against his borders. And so you could say, yes, that is true in some cases, especially right now. We got Finland certainly right on the border and other countries. But I think my question for Putin would be, how far do you want this belt, to protect you? He seems to want to have countries along his border that will remain neutral. That's what he's talking about with Ukraine. But how long do you do that? How big is this border? What happens to those countries like Ukraine, like Georgia, albeit they're not ready right now to join NATO, but they have a right to want to be part of NATO. And this is the big debate. Should we have let the Baltics in? Should we have let NATO, et cetera? I think that that if a country does want to get in and can meet the criteria, and then most importantly, the other members of NATO say yes, then they ought to be in. And that Putin should not have any type of, consent or negation on that.
He could if he was in NATO.
Do you see a moment when countries like Argentina or even countries in Asia end up joining NATO?
Well, I think the whole concept of a global alliance for democracy is something that has been considered in the past, and I'm not sure NATO is the vehicle necessarily. NATO is a focus on Europe. But I do think it's important, and Jill brought this up earlier, to remember what the values are that NATO is to protect. It's the value of democracy and self-determination.
Got to protect here in America
just
from
said
Trump.
Now, I mean, any country that's really exercising its own
Putin's
self-determination through a democratic process, and certainly that's a complicated thing to do. We're having